What is up with everyone? RC Trail Runners back, and I'm going to be doing a video, my opinion of what you need to basically start when you first buy your RC car or a few weeks in. My opinion on what you need though. We're going to start off on the right hand side here, and we're going to move all the way across. And this is once again my opinion what you need. Some people might differ from me. They say you want more, you want less. But anyways, let's just get into it. First thing would be some good tape. So when I say that, I mean like some electrical tape, because what you're doing, electrical, and some double-sided tape. I ran into that problem when I first started into RC cars, and the problem I ran into was not having anything to secure my ESC, my servo, stuff of that nature. So that's first thing you're going to need. Next would be some screwdrivers. You don't want to cheap out. You want a nice set of both Phillips and flathead. And Phillips and flathead. You want nice of those. Let me adjust the lighting here. Is that better? Yeah, it looks better. So you want to get a nice pair. I have some Stanley ones, and I don't know the name and brand of that one. Now, a nice thing to get above that is just a small little drill right here. This is a Master Mechanic drill. It is True Value's private brand. There's a bunch of other ones, but this one basically goes from a drill formation like that to a screwdriver formation like that. It's nice, interchangeable blades, interchangeable bits. Do everything with it. After that, you are going to need some side cutters. These are just some plain old side cutters. You really need these, so if you need to cut some zip ties or anything. But along with that, you also need some pliers. This is my Leatherman right here. And as you can see, it forms into pliers. Also has a bunch of knives and screwdrivers on the side too, just in case you're in the field and you need some help. Depending if you bought your kit used, sometimes it will not come with the tire changer. Basically takes your nut on and off the tire. Everyone knows that. But if you do not have this, or they come with your car, go out, spend $1, $2, whatever it is, to pick one of these up. The reason I say that is because after a while of using your pliers to loosen the screw on the tires, it is going to wear them down, and you're not going to be able to get them off anymore. Next thing you're going to want would be, my opinion, is a body reamer. The reason I say that is if, one, you get a new body, is a lot of you use a body reamer instead of a drill bit. I did a drill bit for a lot of my bodies, but this really comes in handy now, because you can get any size you want. And then you're going to want a pair of Lexington scissors too. These are some Titan Lexington scissors. I also have the Duratrax ones right here. Duratrax. It doesn't really matter. You just want some if you're doing body, or if you decide to put larger tires on your car, you may need to trim away the body. Next up, depending on what vehicles you're working on, you can use the Phillips if your vehicle takes Phillips screws. But I have this Savox Multitool, and basically comes with a bunch of different hex bits and everything. So you want to spend some money on this. This one was like $19, but what I really like is this brand called Equine. It's not as compact, but they are really good brand. Like, I've had this for about 3 years now, and they're still holding up. In my opinion, for RC, let me see if we can get one that you can see, largest one, is you want this, they call it like this pivot ball, and at the end, so it's basically saying if there's screws here, you don't have to go out like that. You can go out at all different angles, and that's really helpful when you're working on RCs. So you really want to spend a little bit of money on that. If you don't, eventually, they will work at first, but eventually they will wear out. Next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a spare motor. Now, this might not be right away, but after a little bit, like once you burn up your first motor, so I would say pick up 2. This is a 35 turn. This is why I use my crawlers sometimes. They're $10, really inexpensive. But just to have one around, so if you ruin something, blow up your motor or something, that's easy to get. Next is you're going to want a magnetic tray. You can get these from Harbor Freight for like $1 for a set. That one's I have open. I have to clean out this one right now, but basically this one shows you how much it actually uses. But it has a bunch of stuff in there. Gotta clean that up. You're gonna want some oils. This is a 3-in-1 multi-purpose oil spout. This is basically just to oil your motor. And then you also just want a bunch of random cleaners, WD-40 corrosion stop, some grease, and that's really what you want to keep maintenance on your car. But when you're keeping maintenance on your car, if you have a continued problem with a screw backing out, I'd say I would go and get some thread lock right here. This is red. Blue is preferred, so you can get it on and off a lot easier. You can also use super glue in a pinch if you need thread lock but don't have any. Super glue or nail polish works really well. I have these R.C. Pitmats. Really nice Pitmats right here, all magnetic. This is not a must, but it is really nice. Like I said, there's no point in a Pitmat until I got one. I picked 2 up for $12, and I have to say these work really, really well. Especially if you set it under your car, you're working on it. So if like a little grub screw like that drops, no worries, it's stuck to the mat. And then the next thing you're going to want to do is get some fishing boxes. This is basically so when you're out at a trail or at your bash spot, wherever you are, you can carry around your spare parts. And like this one's full of bits for the drill I have over there. This one had all my spare parts in there. And then you want to go to the store and order Team K&K, I believe is what it's called. They have a full screw kit for any RC out there. But what I do, because I do a lot of custom work, I just go to a hardware store and I just pick out a bunch of screws. Like, I have a bunch of screws here. I have to refill this. But like, since I'm usually working with metric, I just have, let me get this open, a whole selection of metric nuts and washers and everything. Then I also have a whole selection of metric 3 and 4 millimeters. You can see that up there. 3 and 4 millimeter screws. This really comes in handy, so if you need a screw while you're doing something, you don't have to stop, run all the way to the store, and pick something up. The last thing I have to say that isn't really a must, but once you eventually start getting into the hobby, is start to collect parts. And by that, I mean to have a parts wall. Now, mine isn't that big, as you can see, but it is very helpful. So if I break body post on my ACX-10, go over here, grab some body post. And that is really everything that you're going to need. Please like, comment, subscribe, and leave me your feedback in the comments below. See ya.